What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ty with the GoPro strapped to my head, and this is the refresh 2025 Volkswagen Golf R, and we're gonna be taking this for a test drive. Who's ready? Now, for 2025, the Golf R has gotten an update, and I'll kind of walk you through really quickly on some of the changes on the outside of the car. We'll open up a couple doors, then we'll get straight into the test drive. Now, we still have that nice light bar up front and a little bit of new styling with the front kind of more glossy black. We have new 19-inch wheels which look really awesome, kind of these thin spoke wheels. 235/35 tires. We have a new R emblem too right below the mirrors, and this is a slick top, so no sunroof on this baby because it has the Euro style package. Pretty darn cool. A couple cool elements in this car. We'll kind of go through them as we walk around the car. $53,299 is the destination, or the total tab for this car. Nice big spoiler back here, LED tail lights, and what's that logo on that tail light, on the tailpipes there? That's Akrapovic. Yes, so part of that Euro styling package, Akrapovic titanium exhaust from the factory on a Golf R. This thing sounds awesome, and we'll definitely see how it performs on our test drive. Just gonna pop open the hatch first quickly because this is a hatchback. Practicality is still important. We still have a good amount of space in the back. We could fold down the seats. There's a pass-through. There's grocery bag hangers. And more importantly, there's a subwoofer under there for the Harman Kardon audio system. The rear seats are actually a pretty good size, and another part of that Euro styling package is these really cool seats. They'll fold down flat. You have air vents, heated seats, and your own climate control zone back here. USB-C chargers, and an armrest with some cup holders. All right. Let's stop with the foolish business here. Let's get out and drive this thing. Some quick things up front before we do. You have some like mimicked carbon fiber accents, power folding mirrors, really nice Harman Kardon audio system. But the main event, look at these seats. Oh my God, these seats alone are worth the extra money for the European styling package. You have cloth, you have suede, you have leatherette, you have piping, you have stitching, and it's all manual controls following suit to that European styling. Europeans don't commonly get powered seats on their cars. So let's start this baby up. Get a nice little shake of the cabin and a little bit of noise that came out back there from the exhaust tips. Let's buckle up for safety and put this puppy down into drive. All right, driving the Golf R. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a nice quick test drive. We'll kind of put this Golf R through its paces a little bit. We'll get it on more of a higher speed road, not quite highway speeds, but hopefully 45 miles per hour, traffic permitting. And then we'll get it onto a nice back road where we'll get an acceleration test. We'll also see how this handles too, and a nice little S-turn we have on our test drive route. So it's gonna be pretty nice test drive. We are in comfort mode right now, but we will be changing it soon. Yeah, now that we're at that between 40 and 45 miles an hour here, everything feels good. It's got a really comfortable ride. The suspension and dampers are adjustable, so it definitely rides pretty good in comfort mode. The only thing that really stands out to me is road noise. We do have some pretty big tires, and not a whole lot of sound insulation to save a little bit of weight, but that's no big deal. Just a little bit of road noise coming from the tires, that's all. Wind noise is pretty impressive, though. You can barely hear the cars oncoming, so the noise insulation in that aspect is pretty good. So what we're going to do here is we're going to stick it into race mode here, and we're going to take a right onto this back road. We'll give this guy in the Legacy some room here, and we can do an acceleration test. So what I like to do is we'll get us up to 25, floor the throttle, let the transmission do its thing, and see how fast we can get up to speed. Here we go. Definitely an awesome, unforgettable acceleration from the Golf R. Yes, do I miss the manual? Of course, but if there is a transmission that could replace the manual, if it has to, it'll be this 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which is fantastic. Let's put it there. It is an unbelievably fast shifting transmission. It is also very smooth and responsive. It is just one of the best transmissions that has ever been made, at least in my book. You know, BMW, Mercedes, they both make dual clutch transmissions, but me personally, I don't think anybody makes it quite as good as Audi and Volkswagen do. Let's see if we can put it into manual mode here. There we go. You can definitely feel and hear the turbocharger, and this does have a little bit of an upgraded engine, so I guess you could say upgraded horsepower torque figures. The previous Golf R had 315 horsepower. This new one has 328, so a little bit of a bump there. The older Golf R had 295 pound-feet of torque. This new one has 310. So some pretty respectable bumps in power for both the horsepower and torque. But it is the same 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with all-wheel drive, and that really cool cross differential system where it'll send most of the power to like the rear outside wheels, so you can actually drift this car around. It has a drift mode as one of the driving modes, which is pretty cool. As you can see, the dual clutch transmission is lightning fast. The idle is extremely high when you have it in race mode. Oh yeah, this is truly an awesome car. Oh yeah. So, a little bit of background. I used to own a 2024 Golf R, which was a 6-speed manual, and boy, was that a fun car. I didn't have it for too long, but the time that I had it, it was extremely fun. You know, again, the 7-speed dual clutch is a ton of fun. It actually is a really engaging transmission, and it inspires you to keep shifting, to keep going faster, and inspires confidence. But that, I mean, there is just something to be said about the 6-speed manual in the Golf R. That was, you know, that transmission, not that it was the best manual transmission in the world, but it was meant for this car. I mean, this car is meant to have a manual transmission. And again, not that this DSG is a bad transmission. It is a fantastic transmission, and you know, I kind of do like it in this car the more I drive it, but I have to say the manual is still my choice. There is no shortage of power in this small car, so 328 horsepower does go a long way in a car of this size. There's just gobs of power at any RPM range, even up all the way till 6,000 RPM. And especially in the low to mid-range power, there is so much torque. There is so much torque that this engine has. It is just a hoot to drive, really it is. The steering weightens up very nicely in race mode too, which I like. Usually, you know, Volkswagens, Audis have a pretty light steering, but this is, you know, not completely so weighted that it's too much. It's just right, actually. And unfortunately, that concludes our test drive in the new updated 2025 Volkswagen Golf R. Still a huge hoot to drive, still puts a smile on my face, and I have to give a huge thanks to Valenti Volkswagen in Watertown, Connecticut for allowing me to borrow this car for a little bit of time. And thank each and every one of you for watching this video. I hope you stay tuned with us for the full features review that is popping up right now on your screen. And again, thank you very much for watching.